Welcome back, everybody. Influencers are known for using social media to flaunt their extravagant lifestyle of luxury trips, shopping halls, and fine dining. But the COVID-19 shutdown has put a stop to most of their aspirational posts.
Yeah, the aspirations, but they're still doing those inspirational posts. And joining us this morning to discuss how influencers will fare during and post COVID-19 is York University Digital Marketing Program instructor Mangala Desai. Good morning, Mangala.
Good morning, Mangala.
Good morning, guys.
This is so interesting to me because we've seen so many businesses shift and pivot, and you're saying the same thing is sort of happening. We see like celebrities like Ryan Reynolds using their platforms in different ways, and you said this might call for an emergence of more medical type influencers like doctors and nurses. We see TikTok videos.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because just like every other business that's had to pivot during COVID, influencers are no different. Unfortunately, they are seeing a decline in the number of brands that are sponsoring them, but they've had to pivot in how they're connecting with their community. So they're really using this time to build engagement and build followers. And they do that through being more community-minded, call to actions to support the local drive for PPE, as well as getting more involved and helping out in your community.
And this is still a relatively new, I guess, I want to say industry, for lack of a better term, when it comes to influencers. $6.5 billion spent on them last year in this marketing campaigns. And we're seeing right now, Ryan Reynolds, Haley Wickenheiser, who I spoke during our Heroes of COVID special that we did on City TV. And they pivoted, obviously, to get the word out, to help and raise funds for people that need it and equipment. So what are celebrities doing, and how are we seeing them kind of expand into this world?
Yeah, so when the pandemic first started, the World Health Organization actually reached out to influencers first to really spread the word to stay at home. So we saw influencers like Taylor Swift, Ariana Huffington, even Kylie Jenner get on board with really about communicating to the community to stay home. And so that was really the first shift that happened with influencers. The second shift really happened as more people were staying home and more cases were on the rise. The influencer community really banded together and really tried to drive awareness around frontline workers. In the UK, there was a very popular come outside and clap for your frontline workers. Bonnie Rackhill, she's a UK influencer. She really pivoted her whole section to just really about focusing on influence on the community and how to give back.
So we did mention in the beginning, it used to be something aspirational. Do you want to travel here? Do you want to buy this? People just don't have that disposable income anymore. It's tough financially. So will that also shift to more realistic type items, necessity items? How do influencers pivot at this time?
Yeah, I think because discretionary income is going to be down across the globe, influencers are really going to have to tread lightly on how much aspirational content that they're posting versus how much real life, if you will. And I think, post-COVID, there will still be a huge role for influencers to really welcome the community back. So it'll be a fine balance between aspirational content that gets people excited to go out and travel again and stay at those fabulous locations, combined with realism in terms of what day-to-day life looks like post-COVID.
And Mangala, with the influencers, have you spoken to some and seen how they've been navigating right now? Because this is their income. This is now turned into full-time careers and jobs for everybody. Have you spoken to any of them to see what life has actually been like outside of the lens?
Influencers in general are being very, very gracious and wanting to lend their voice and their support to brands to really help, especially the restaurant community, to really help and uplift them and continue to drive awareness around local restaurants. At Second Cup, we're seeing a huge amount of influencers reaching out to us and asking us how they can participate and help us. So it's really exciting to see influencers really focusing on giving back. And, again, they're also facing struggles themselves, having declined the amount of brands they're able to work with. And so they're also trying to be mindful of their rates and that they're charging. But in no means are influencers going to go away. In fact, there's a whole new crop of influencers that are going to be coming out of post-COVID, like the medical experts. For instance, Dr. Eileen Davila, she has an entire Twitter following dedicated to her scarf. And so on average, we're seeing, Instagram up about 40% in terms of the number of people on the platform. Twitter's up by 23%. So people are hungry for content. So in no means are the influencers going away.
It's great. Good chat. Thank you so much. For more information, breakfasttelevision.ca. Stay safe, and thanks for making time for us today.
Thank you.
Take care.